Brothers and sisters, we have just experienced a series of loss, and I would like to take this opportunity to um, let all of us know to acknowledge this loss and also grieve together. We are not out of the woods yet, but we still have opportunity to go forward. And Father Paul will like us to go forward. We have just finished celebrating his life. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who made one or the other contribution to help us have a fruitful and fitting homegoing celebration for Father Paul. Uh, some of you might be wondering what is going to happen to our parish. Some of you may be wondering who is even in charge. Some of you might be wondering whether we have a leader or not. For now, I would like you to know that in our church, the law says that when the parish becomes vacant, the one of the associate pastors, the one who is senior most, must take over the parish and run it in the way that the pastor would want. And so I would like you to know that we are not leaderless at all. I have taken over the leadership of the church, but this leadership that I have, this responsibility that I have, is temporary. We are all waiting for the bishop to now make a new assignment. And that assignment could be an assignment of or an appointment of a new pastor or an interim pastoral administrator or a pastoral administrator. All these are possibilities. So at this point, I will ask each and every one of you to pull together. Do not feel uh, stopped, but know that we still have a leadership in this parish and a leadership in the way that Father Paul wants us to have it. And let us cooperate with one another. I need your patience, I need your hospitality, and I need your gifts so that we can move forward as a parish. So I am currently the leader of a parish pending the bishop's assignment. And for that matter also, um, it is now Father Filiberto and myself who will run the sacramental ministries of the week. In the weekends, we have help. However, in the weekdays, we have to take care of all the masses twice a day throughout the week. Now, for a parish like ours, we need to identify all the gifts that God has given to us. We are blessed to have 3 deacons who are available to help us. Now, I want you to know that the deacons are not ministers that are beneath the priest. The diaconate itself is an accomplished status in the church and a leader in the church, especially when it comes to sacramental work. And therefore, we are going to ask the deacons to help us. The deacons are going to help us with celebrating communion services during the week, and that will cushion the load that we are going to have as priests. So the deacons are now going to have communion services on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the communion service that they're going to have is not something lower than a mass. If you run away from a communion service because it is a communion service and it's not a mass, then you do not understand what communion service is. It is as full, it has all the graces that you need, that you would like to have in a mass, We're going to have the readings just like in any mass, and then there was going to be a prayer of intercession, intercession for our brothers and sisters who have died. Names of the deceased are still going to be used in these communion services. And then we will have communion that is already consecrated and shared with the community. The deacons can do this. They were ordained for these things. And so we need to use them, and that can help our church not to stop because we have lost our pastor, but to move forward in the spirit of our pastor, Father Paul. In the coming weeks, I will be updating you about the status of our parish, especially about Arise and Build and other issues that we may have. I thank you for everything that you have done. I thank you for consoling someone in the parish. When you see one another, or you see somebody, please give the person a hug and assure the person that CCOP will continue to move on, and that Father Paul is praying for us. May God bless you, and I will come back to you again with more updates.